Legislature is now in the game's second half, with all the bills for final citizen jeopardy having been approved by at least one of the legislative houses. Things get serious from here on out. And we can only hope legislatures will heed the recent words of Linda McMahon, head of the nation's Small Business Association, before passing any bills that would make it even more difficult to own and operate a business here in Nevada. The regulatory environment really can be stifling to small businesses that are trying to start up, McMahon said on CNBC's Closing Bell last week. All that small business owners are saying is regulate the things that really need to be regulated, but let's stop with the volumes of regulation that we have to comply with. That includes the mountains of paperwork required to comply with the mountains of government regulations that take time and attention away from what business owners should be doing, growing their business and creating jobs. Regardless of what the paperwork is, McMahon continued, it is just the volumes and the burden of having to comply with so much at a time. Unfortunately, it appears our Democratic-controlled legislature is intent on doing the exact opposite. For example, Assembly Bill 106, sponsored by Assemblywoman Ellen Spiegel, who would require all private companies hoping to fulfill government contracts for various services to obtain a certificate of pay equity compliance issued to the employer by the Labor Commissioner. Such a certificate will only be issued if the employer establishes and the commissioner determines that the employer provides equal employment opportunity for all employees and applicants for employment regardless of sex, and that male and female employees receive equal pay for equal work. Good luck navigating the blizzard of paperwork that would be required to produce such workplace statistics in order to comply with this feel-good equal pay bill. Interestingly, this anti-small business legislation is being considered in light of a recent CNBC report that it's no longer rare for women in relationships to out-earn their husbands or boyfriends. AB 106 is yet another example of the wisdom of former President Ronald Reagan, who so famously said, "Government is not a solution to our problems. Government is the problem." If only politicians would embrace their own version of the Hippocratic oath, "First, do not harm."